A pleasure to meet all at last, and today, we're at the Vlog-A-Thon yet again. But I'm not just here to talk about a certain subject in mind, I'm actually here to talk about a certain piece of what was once known as social media, now turned into a massive app that I have since retired from. But not just in any case, though. No, what I have to say here is that Instagram, as we know, was a popular social media website, now turned into an app in which that is made for connecting with friends, family, and of course uploading all sorts of crazy photos and videos documenting their lifetime, as well as the many activities and interests that they have cherishments for. So, Instagram, as we know, is something that I have joined in, and it was actually something I did for my 15th birthday, all the way back in 2014. So, it has been about 12 years since I started that account, but as some of you guys probably know by now, in the same regard as how by the start of 2023 I retired from Twitter, and in 2021 I had abandoned my Facebook and Tumblr pages, and of course with Vine, if any of you guys remember that, I stuck around until the very, very end, which took place back in January 2017. Less than 5 years since Vine was first put into motion as a Twitter subsidiary. I've left social media one by one. Since the start of the decade, it had turned into little more than a hell zone for all kinds of trash. In fact, it's probably not even legal to call it social media anymore. And the ones that do are just painfully naive and dumb. Blind to the truth, basically. You know, looking through closed doors, windows, with a blindfold on. I know I might be getting carried away here a little bit, but that's just simply because I never once did not acknowledge the truth. Never. I've always listened to what the people had to say in life. And the facts that people have shown, social media has caused a lot of horrible problems for people, mentally and physically and emotionally. And I'm not allowed to be one of those. Says myself, of course. I will not allow that stuff to ever happen in my life. So, I simply took the move, a move that was quite daring and almost out of nowhere, by retiring my social media accounts. As mentioned before, apart from accounts that have closed down because the websites were killed off, like Vine, I of course have either abandoned or retired them in the form of simply logging out or deleting the accounts. But Instagram was one of the last, since compared to most of the others, including Twitter and Facebook, Instagram hadn't exactly gotten very much controversies over the years, whether it be from people that use the platform or it be from the platform itself. Only a couple of times have I ever gotten across anything that really put the website in hot water. I'm sure the Instagram app is doing okay nowadays compared to everything else that was formerly known as social media, but I still can't imagine, ever since I retired my Instagram account in January of 2025, nearly 11 years since I started that account, I cannot imagine now, over a year later, how it's operating today. If any of you guys want to let me know about your experiences with Instagram and all that stuff, let me know down below in the comments section, because I'm sure some people might think differently or have their own distinct opinions about it, or might have something I don't even know happened to the platform. But I guess that's just the thing about it. I listened to the truth then, but ever since I logged out or deleted these social media accounts, I never intend to go back. Never. Not even from beyond the grave. Possibly in another world in which that everything is perfect on there. No. There's a good chance that it could very much ruin me from the inside out. And there's also an even better chance that it could really screw me over at a mental level. And all those people out there want to talk about improving mental health, well, let me give you some advice. Step 1, go on to all social media accounts you have. Step 2, log off permanently or delete all that stuff. 3, drop your phone on the ground and slam it with a sledgehammer. Yeah. I'd be willing to do that to mine, but the thing is, I'm under contract with Verizon right now, and the plan doesn't expire for a few more years, so I'm gonna do myself a favor and not do that last part. So, just think about it. It's kind of like what Ted mentioned. There's a lot of smut on a laptop that Mark Wahlberg has, so it was good for them to smash the laptop rather than just simply delete all the files that were present on there. So, yeah. It was a good move that I made when I did, but at the same time, I can at least agree. A lot of big memories were stored on there, and while I was able to salvage some of those, including a high school pep rally that I took several videos of at the time, there of course was also a massive collection from the Shalom Zoo in Kewaskum, that of which was from our 2021 trip and not from our latest 2025 endeavor, but still. I'd say I've done a good favor for myself and probably many other people out there. My Instagram account wasn't exactly all that popular anyways. It didn't really have more than 12,000 followers. And even if it gotten any higher than that, it still wouldn't have been able to beat my first Twitter account, which ended up getting over 30,000 followers by the time that it was fully deactivated, back in December of 2019. And honestly, I'm glad I did that so that my second one wouldn't suffer a similar fate. But it took less than 3 years for the other one to be gone just as well. As we know, social media was once the breeding ground for all sorts of great creative ideas and interconnecting with various people all over the globe, but now some people tend to look at it as a spot in which that only the worst of people can be involved in. And it's probably true what they say. From a philosophy perspective, social media had a reputation years ago for bringing out the worst in people. But now, since it's taken the form of apps along the global network, man, interwebs or internet or World Wide Web or whatever you want to call it, all online, AOL, whatever, it sucks. And I'd probably do everything. I'd defy everybody to get all that stuff permanently removed. You know, a lot of money could be going up to investments and research that's actually important. But what am I kidding? I don't have the power against multi-billion-dollar companies like that. Unless yeah, we'll save that for some other time. Anyways, though, that's all I have to say here. Instagram is gone, just like everything else. But if you want to see more go down to my channel, then make sure to like, subscribe, comment, follow me wherever you can find me, and stay on the Hollywood side.